Hello from Cascais. We're here for the 70.3 Portugal. It's now Friday. We arrived yesterday. We're just heading down to the swim start just to do open water swim with some friends. Had a bit of a palaver yesterday in that the bike was broken when we went to unpack it. So yeah, just trying to get that sorted. Fingers crossed, get a solution to be able to race tomorrow. But yeah, Hannah's here to enjoy weekend in the sun. So we've just done a little swim, don't know really how far, but yeah, it's nice and calm in there. Pretty chilly, a lot colder than advertised, but once you get going you warm up pretty quick. So yeah, just did some steady swimming with a few like 50-meter sprint efforts, just getting some feel for the water. Now I'm just going to head off for a quick run, and Hannah's going to sunbathe. Yeah. Just back at the apartment now, gonna have some food, just have a bit of chill for an hour or so before I need to head down for pro briefing, and then hopefully get my bike back some point this afternoon to be able to rack and make the start line tomorrow morning.
Out to Venice
What have you been up to today?
Not much. Super buck on the beach. Yeah, just chilling. Had a little wander around Cascais, little wander around the old town. Had my first pastel donata. Had a little coffee, sat in the sun, people watched. Yeah, just living my best life. Went in the sea. Oh, we went for a swim this morning, didn't we? And I've paddled in the sea since. And now we're at a little place in Cascais, ready to have some lunch.
So yeah, I've just been in pro briefing, just heard that my bike's going to be ready to pick up at 3, so just waiting around now to yeah, meet the guy to pick up hopefully a functioning bike, and then yeah, I'll head off and rack and then put the feet up for the rest of the day. Absolutely incredible job, wouldn't even know.
Where was the crack?
Down here.
Can't see. I'm not holding the camera very well.
Nice bike.
So as you would have seen, I've been able to get my bike sorted, so big thank you to everyone involved in the process of that. Very much appreciated, and yeah, very excited to be able to get to race tomorrow, as it was looking pretty unlikely when I first arrived. So yeah, we've done a sweet job on the carbon repair. Hopefully it's enough just to get me through the race, and can then sort that out when I get home. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow now. Just gonna put my feet up for a bit now, get some food, and then get an early night before race day tomorrow, where I'll be handing over to Hannah to be on filming duty and try and capture what she can of the race. But yeah, probably we'll see you tomorrow afternoon post race.
You're really good, well done. Have you run 24? He's 10:40 down from the leads. Plenty of time to play with. You're doing 23rd. The top 20 is achievable. 12 minutes down off the leader. Bravo!
So that's the race done. Big thank you for Hannah for support and getting the race footage for me. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I guess the brief summary now is that the race was going well until it wasn't, but I'll do a bit more of a recap later on. Just out now supporting some friends that are doing the full distance here. So yeah, hopefully get some clips of them now, and then we'll do a little bit of a debrief. It's almost been a week now since the race, and I've had a bit of time to reflect on how it went, so I thought it'd be good to kind of share my thoughts with you guys. To start with, I'm just very grateful to have been able to start the race last week. I was very lucky to have some friends living in the area, and they were able to use their connections to help get my bike sorted on a quick turnaround. I guess at any other race I probably wouldn't have been so lucky and would have probably ended up watching the race from the sidelines. Onto the race itself, it got underway as a beach start. The first few hundred metres were pretty chaotic, and it was more sort of clambering over bodies rather than actually swimming. But after that I was able to kind of find some clear water and settle into my rhythm and stroke. Unfortunately I just missed the back of the chase group and ended up swimming the majority of the race on my own until the kind of final few hundred metres where someone came past and I was able to kind of get onto their feet to conserve a bit of energy in the final few hundred metres of the swim. I ended up coming out of the water like 3 minutes down on the lead alongside Rasmus Fanningson and a few others. The bike course had a bit of everything, a hilly start with a little bit of a descent and then a kind of 60k flat and fast out and back. Obviously due to the bike situation I wasn't able to wreck the end of the course, but kind of knew the strategy going into it would be to kind of front load my effort, because that's going to be the place where you can kind of make up the most amount of time, because once you kind of hit the fast flat section it kind of neutralises it a bit. I was kind of hoping by coming out of the swim with some like faster bikers such as Rasmus and Bart Arnott's, I might be able to kind of follow and them help me get towards the front of the race, but unfortunately those guys were just way too strong and wasn't really able to go with it. I spent a few minutes following Bart up the main climb, but my power was just way too high than what I could sustain and kind of had to let him go, otherwise it would have been a bit of a suicide mission. So I ended up cresting the main hill kind of on my own, and then kind of got caught up by a couple of other guys, and we kind of then rode the majority of the bike together then as a kind of small group. We hit a turnaround with 30k back from Lisbon into Cascais, and the Danish guy in our group put in a big surge and attacked the group, and I just basically was flagging at that point and wasn't able to follow, and then again isolated and kind of riding the majority of the rest of the bike on my own, and yeah, I think this is where I lost most of my time, just because I was quite struggling quite a lot by that point and was not really pushing anywhere near decent power. So yeah, I think that's where I kind of lost a bit of time there. Starting the run, I felt like I was moving pretty well, but the first time I kind of glanced down at my watch, the pace did not reflect that. And that kind of continued for the rest of the first lap of the run. I just kind of never really got going, and yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. Towards the start of the second lap, I kind of felt like I started to come good and yeah, find my rhythm a bit more. But that only really lasted for like 5-10 minutes because yeah, I then really started to struggle. Mainly just due to a bit of a schoolboy error. I was wearing the new Asics shoes where I've previously been wearing Nikes, and basically didn't try out elastic laces, so basically put elastic laces in the day before the race, and I think I must have just done them up too tight because it just was like making my feet really sore and almost like throbbing, and that got really painful really, and just meant I had to kind of like really drop the effort and just kind of get round. So I guess looking back on the race overall, there was definitely some positives to take away, but overall it was more of a, not really the performance I know I'm capable of. But I guess I've got to maintain a bit of perspective and go back to what I kind of first initially mentioned, and that was just that, yeah, I was just very fortunate and grateful to be able to get to race last week. I'm not really sure what's next for me, but I feel like I really want to get another race in. My options are looking likely to be either Bahrain 70.3 or Indian Wells, so I just have to kind of like look into those and make a final decision. Yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed putting it together. And yes, if you've enjoyed it, stick around because Hannah and I have got some big plans for this channel going forward, but we'll update you on those in a future video. But for now, thanks for watching. Bye.